to Elite Encounters. I'd like to give a special welcome back to the Elite. Yes, that's you, our awesome subscribers. I would like you guys to take a look at our channel and check out our links there, as well as that fantastic subscribe button. Hit that and you too can become one of the Elite. Check us out on YouTube as well. Follow, subscribe, guys. That always helps our channel. And you can find us every Tuesday, every Monday, and you can check out Barnabas Brushes on Wednesdays. And sometimes you can even see Overwatch doing some interesting things on Thursday.
It's the world's most dangerous, elusive Overwatch.
Right? Busy man, that Overwatch. I mean,
he's
duties.
Like an endangered species.
Deity of technology. That's what happens, you know, when you're too good at your job. All right. So, we'll just jump right in here. Previously on Soul Severed, the group has been searching for the icons of ascendance, and they've drug along a few new friends. And they had moved after finding the other half of the Celestial Resonance Rock and Chevy reuniting the pieces. They had continued on toward the next of the icons, using Avery as a compass. And once they got close, they had a bit of an encounter.
She's an aerial compass.
Yes, she is. Once they got close, they got a bit of an encounter with some living trees, guardians of the forest. And that was started by none other than 13, a companion from long ago, shooting one of the trees in the knee and starting this fight, which, after everything's said and done, they had 13 on his knees, and a hidden door opened, revealing someone saying, "Come inside." Once inside, they found out that 13 had already been there, asking this angel that lived within this mountain to make a divine bane. Opposite of the one they wanted. They want one that will kill the god of magic, Talvan. The other had been asked for the god of death, but the angel was not complete in its construction. So in the meantime, while Esteban helped inspire her to complete the task, and everybody giggles, of course.
Oh.
They all waited around within her home, had a little bit of something to eat, and started really taking a look at 13. Sunshine finding a few abnormal things about his body and making him quite uncomfortable in the process, as 13's not one to enjoy being examined.
I was very clinical.
I don't think that matters to him.
Well, he could suck it up.
I mean, he did.
He's still sucking it up because we were in the middle.
That is true.
That's where we will...
In like the coat closet or something, weren't you?
Bathroom.
We're in the water closet.
Yeah.
We will pick back up right there. Let's focus in. So while Sunshine and Sibrel and 13 were all kind of smashed into this little water closet, what were the rest of you doing? Chevy's kind of sitting off being introspective.
Playing with his rock.
He's playing with his rock. And,
Is that where we're going?
He's definitely checking out the Celestial Resonance Rock. He's
4
wrapped
minutes.
twine around it in such a way that he could hold it on his neck as a pendant. And he's kind of been sitting off to himself and trying to figure it out. What were you other three ladies doing in that meantime?
I'll find a comfy corner and doodle in my journal
Okay.
about somebody that supposedly I'm gonna forget later.
Oh, you're doodling about us?
Yep.
That's what everyone
Well,
does.
just about everybody.
Everyone doodles about Esteban.
What kind of things are you putting in there about him?
As to who?
No, you still remember him at the moment.
That was
I'm
a...
gonna draw like a picture,
Okay.
That's what's going on.
write his name next to it. He announced his name several times.
So you're putting his whole name.
Yes, the one that he introduces himself with.
Okay.
And then AKA Esteban at the bottom.
Okay.
And just probably
man, the
random
myth, the
tidbits that I've
bard.
learned of him.
Okay.
And then everybody will have a page in her journal.
Why don't you give me just give me a d20 roll. I want to know if you can possibly remember all of his name or how much you do end up writing down. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I don't want to sneeze.
I have a 19 on the dot.
Okay. You actually get it. You get the whole name in there. You have the grandiose length of his name written down in there. And you're pretty sure it's pretty perfect. So, proud of that. You can continue on to the next part. What about you two? What were you up to?
If I recall, there were books. Were there books?
There are a few books, yeah.
I imagine I can't see very high up the bookshelf, but I just want to look at what's on the shelves I can see.
Why don't you give me a perception?
I could think of several reasons.
She's not very tall. As one.
34.
Okay, so you definitely can see there are some interesting looking books even on the shelves that you can reach. She does have one shelf that does go floor to ceiling and has books, and then in between some bookends there might be something in there, but down toward the bottom, something that does catch your attention, there's no real title on the spine. It's very, very, very thin.
I'll pull that one off the shelf.
Okay. Do you speak Empyrean?
I do not.
Okay. When you open it up, there's only one sheet, and it kind of looks like some kind of official document, but it's written in Empyrean.
Interesting. I will run over to Runa and ask her if she knows what this is.
Can you
What
read
the language
Empyrean?
is.
I don't know, what is it again?
Empyrean. It's the language of
That
celestials and angels.
Is super complicated language called gibberish.
Oh.
Try that one.
Isn't that what you said?
Yeah. No,
So she's still in the water closet.
no, right.
That
So-
one's
But
stuck
don't
in
take
the
the
lid.
book in there. She might get
No.
get it wet.
Okay.
I would never.
So we'll give that a moment, just a moment while you guys are talking. What was Avery doing?
What was the angel's name? I didn't catch it.
Nobody asked her. She's still off
over
in the forge. Esteban's kind of over in the corner playing with his loot. He's already back up.
We got two guys in the corner playing with something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore those two guys.
Esteban was our forward scout. He should at least have her name.
He never asks their names.
Shh.
They're not going to remember his. Why should he have theirs? Wow. That was
Dang.
He's turning over a new leaf.
Bullshit.
No. Much love, Esteban. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He's not watching.
Looking at my bow and my arrows. She said she made weaponry. I go up to her and I ask,
So
have
you're
you
heading
ever...
down to the forge? Heading off
Yeah.
in the direction she went?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her if she's ever made or ever heard the bow of sun slaying.
Okay, so you go heading down the stairs. You go heading back the way that they went earlier when Esteban took her away from everyone.
I find a
And-
fence in the bow that you're asking about.
You find that there's several steps that lead you down, and you weren't hearing really much, but as you get closer, you start kind of smelling a little bit of a burn, and then you can hear the striking of a hammer as someone is working in the forge. So you continue down, and it starts to spiral, and then you finally come into this warmth of this forge. And you can see her there. Her hair is just matted down. She is beaten on something. When you walk in, she turns. You ask her. I believe I've heard of it. Yeah.
How much would you charge to make one for me?
Well, let me take a look and see if I have everything I would need. But for now, I'm gonna finish this beauty.
Oh no, take your time. I just thought I'd ask. So I turn and I return back to where the rest of them are.
You don't hear the pounding resume until you're almost out of that range where you could hear it before. So, within the water closet, guys,
Yep.
Uh-huh.
you've got a very, very, very uncomfortable 13. To the point that both of you have a pretty decent perception DC. And you see his face wavers. Not just like the look on his face wavers. Almost illusionary like, but it's hard to say. Almost maybe like the ripple of water underneath a piece of cloth floating on top of it. And he's starting to sweat.
Okay. You all right?
I told you I'm very, very, very uncomfortable.
With just being checked out by sunshine, or?
I don't have a shirt on several.
I pull my shirt off. I also don't have a shirt on. You should be fine now.
I mean, you looked at everything, right? Can I put my shirt back on?
I suppose so.
He quickly puts it back on. It's on like that. Doesn't bother with his armor.
Are you okay?
No, I don't like being exposed. You can put yours back on too, you know.
So what would you like to do with this information? Several.
I was supposed to say I didn't know who you were asking at first.
Well, it's hard saying what damage has been done to him.
What's been taken and
What's
been added?
correct.
Nayla, were you heading to the water closet to knock on the door, or were you just waiting for them to come out?
Oh, no, I was not going to interrupt whatever was happening in there.
Okay.
An examination.
So, you have large chunks of your memory that you don't remember, correct? Clearly?
As far as I know, we just saved Billy's mom. The store, their house was up, and obviously we're not in Dromathan anymore. So yeah, apparently.
That was so long ago.
Yeah, apparently. That's what you guys keep saying.
Yeah.
So what's your plan?
Yeah. I don't know, because you seem to not really want to let me help, and you don't want me to leave.
Well,
so I don't know.
To
You tell me.
be fair, less than 40 minutes ago, you were shooting the leg of a treant creature trying to get us killed.
Yep.
And I'm sure you don't remember that. So, okay, that's all fair and well. But it's not like our actions are, how should we say, unwarranted.
Can we leave the water closet at least?
Sure. I mean, if you want
Do
everyone
you
else to
want-
hear your dirty laundry.
I don't know any dirty laundry.
You are the dirty laundry at this point.
Oh, dang.
This is why I wash my clothes on a regular basis.
No, I'm not hiding anything. Let's go. I don't know them anyway.
No?
I mean, I don't.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, sure. We can leave the closet.
Proud of you.
It's a real life-changing thing.
For 13 it is.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys come out of the closet.
Did you guys have fun in there?
The water closet.
No.
Then what was the point of everybody going in there at the same time?
I don't want to know.
I was examining him medically, and to ease his comfort, brought his buddy. Buddies only have a word.
13's face is definitely still quite red.
I mean, you made the poor guy blush.
Well, he's also got holes in the side of his head where something has been probed into his brain.
Multiple times. And I could do this, and he would blush.
Glad I wasn't looking.
And I'm positive,
That makes me just want to walk up to his arm and do that.
based on what he says that he remembers, he doesn't remember anything from how long ago?
Like 9 months,
If not a year.
if not a year.
year.
So, yeah. He thinks the last thing that he remembers was something that took place almost a year ago.
I mean, that would be something that's really hard to fake.
I mean, to be honest, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good at baking stuff, but I'm not
Me too.
baking this.
Granted, I didn't say impossible, just
Have I checked in with the union at all?
yes, a few times.
I have.
Yeah.
You were there with me?
Once or twice, yeah. We didn't talk a whole lot.
Oh,
Yeah. Do you know her?
that sounds normal.
He already said no earlier.
Yeah, I know.
today, But
I mean, there's a weird sense of deja vu, but no.
Well,
I mean, I think our longest conversation was you showing me where it was in the area, so.
I don't really have a clear path for what we're going to do or what you're going to do. Because part of me thinks that you're still being manipulated by whatever it is that's controlling you, and this is just some kind of big elaborate ruse. And then another part of me feels very, very sorry for you.
I get it.
You should get it. You were one of my closest friends. And whether you had control over your own mental faculties or not, you sat alongside of Charlotte and watched me do all of these things that she made me do and did nothing.
This last time or other times too?
There's only been one time.
I wouldn't know about before when I met him.
So, there are things that you can't remember, and there are things that I will never forget. And I think I will walk out of the room at that.
So where do you go?
I don't. Outside.
Well, you come to the stone and kind of have to take a pretty good look at it before you figure out how to open it, but you can find it eventually.
Sure. If there's another room in the house, I'll just go there if that's easier. If I go to the door and it looks like, nope. And then
Nope.
Kind of, yeah.
yeah, so I'll head down toward down where the forge room is, or down, another room or whatever.
All right.
I will continue to doodle in my journal then.
Okay.
Sunshine, I found a book that is written in gibberish, according to Runa. Do you read
Okay.
gibberish?
That's not gibberish, but I do read it.
There's
Is gibberish an actual language?
There's only one page.
That's Empyrean, which is the language of the angels.
Will you hand that to Sunshine, please? There's only one page,
Like
and that is what it is.
The lady doing the thing
Uh-huh.
with the molten stuff.
Hope you brought enough notes for the class. Dang.
It is literally an official document.
Just because I'm a fighter and my intelligence score is 0.
So, you guys kind of just sit and Sunshine's taking a look at this thing. You guys have been here for a little while. But there's not much really happening in this house. If everybody gets real quiet, you hear the faint sounds of forge here and there. Maybe even hear the whoosh of the bellows. How long are you guys gonna wait before somebody goes to check on her progress?
I mean, I'm heading that way.
Okay.
Well then. You're in another room.
I am in another room.
Yeah, he walked out.
It's a report on an individual who's lived in a rural village, but was supposed to have a destiny, I suppose.
A destiny?
Yeah.
They're listening.
I mean,
Like, I was destined basically to become a healer. It was just
gotcha.
there from the beginning. Hence, I mean, I was even named after a great healer.
I should probably put it back on the shelf before I get caught snooping.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's definitely about her and an individual.
And here I just picked a name out of a book that meant what I wanted it to mean.
Huh?
You're like, your name apparently means a great healer, and I'm just like, that one's cool.
Oh, no, I was named after a great healer.
Right, that's what I mean. Yours has this really cool story, and mine really don't.
Well, that's what my parents named me.
I've
At
been
least they
naming
gave us
myself for
some
years.
thought. Huh?
So I've been naming myself for years. When I open my vest and you just see all of these different, like, hello, my name is.
So you have multiple names too?
I don't remember what name I was given, so I've just been workshopping some names.
I do that too. Pulls out a different book. Yeah, see? I got all kinds.
Oh, maybe a book's a better way to go than name tags in a vest.
Do you want one?
Unless you forget the book.
The name tags in your vest, do they look like they might have been taken from other garments and
Yeah,
sewn
absolutely.
into this? Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
So somebody's
yeah.
jacket's missing names, and you find.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
She's like, I'm really partial to this one. Does that say Karen? Yes. I don't know why. Just
I think the phrase is kicking ass and taking names.
Wait, you don't want to use that one. Don't be a Karen.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
You need to speak to your manager.
So, Cyril, you make your way down those stairs and into the heat of the forge. And you get a glimpse of what she is forging. She kind of... Well, at this rate, I don't know if I'll be able to finish very soon. This is the second one of you that have come down.
Oh, I wasn't meaning to interrupt. I was just trying to get away from my frustrations.
Ah. That's why I like the forge.
That's fair. But I mean, if you need to forge alone, I will leave you.
Don't need to. If you're just needing some time away, you're welcome to stay.
Yeah, I'll just sit back here in the back.
Very well. So she goes back to work. Where in the forge are you wanting to sit? As far away from the heat as possible, or?
No, I want to be able to see, like, her hammer strikes and stuff like that. That's kind of where wherever that is.
Okay. There's a few stools and such kind of scattered around. You find one. You have a seat. And kind of watch, and you kind of get lost in the hum of her work.
Seems good. Plus, I'm not quite alive. I don't think I sweat a whole lot.
That is true. But, as you hear the hum of what she's doing, it's almost as if the forge breathes, has its own heartbeat. And she seems to just kind of move around as if she could possibly be blind and still move through this place. She seems very comfortable enough that she allows her wings to drape and still drag along the ground even. She doesn't arch them up to keep them off the ground.
That's impressive.
And she moves around, and as you are watching and listening, the forge light kind of glowing a bit brighter and then softer. You're almost lulled, not into sleep, but you kind of find yourself breathing
with the
forge.
pulse, even, yeah.
And then it's just kind of this, almost as if a memory comes to your mind as she's forging. But it's very quickly, obviously not your own. You see a quiet cottage beneath the shade of an apple tree. There's a very elderly tiefling woman. Gray curls bound up in a scarf. Her hands are dirty as she's down on her hands and knees tending to a garden. Pulling weeds, taking care of things. You hear children laughing off in the distance. She kind of looks up and smiles, and you look over and you can see those would have to be her grandchildren. And then she kind of turns as if she realizes someone's watching her. She looks at you and smiles. Well, there's my angel. And you move forward, but not of your own accord.
Sorry.
Don't laugh at me.
You move forward, but not of your own accord, and you see armored gloves and hands of the angel working the forge that you had just seen. You realize you're seeing a memory of hers. She reaches out, takes the tiefling's hand. And the tiefling woman says, okay, well, I've had a full life. I have no issue with this. But I'm very glad that you came to say goodbye. You see the hands shake for a moment. And the old woman sits down on the ground. She kind of leans back a little, lets the sun warm her face. And through the eyes of this memory, you see that last breath. You see the soul leave. And you feel that pain from the angel. And you hear her whisper, "You were never a monster. You were never going to be a monster. You are the reason I believe in choice." And then suddenly you're back in the forge. The echo of the memory gone. Well, that's interesting. All right. Maybe I should be working alone. If you'll excuse me.
Sure.
It's gonna be a bit. You guys might as well get comfortable up there. Enjoy some rest.
Of course.
You realize she's been standing there kind of staring at you.
I'll get up and show myself out.
You feel her eyes on you as you leave. You're not sure what kind of feeling it is. It's
not sure that feels
definitely
comfortable.
Feel her eyes on you very, very intently.
I'm gonna have to tell Sunshine I just got looked up and down by another woman. It's gonna get real awkward.
Guess Esteban wasn't good enough.
So you guys
Several does have more meat on his bones.
as you pass up through the stairs, there is one more area, and you see that it's definitely more of maybe like a training hall type thing, but it's very sparse. There's a dummy in there, and that's about it. It's a very small, narrow passage into it, but you can see it.
When did Esteban walk away from his loot? Sorry.
Esteban's just hanging out in the corner playing with his loot.
You said there was a dummy in the other room. That's what.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Dang.
Wow.
What spells do I have?
All right. So are you rejoining everyone? Or did you find something else?
I'll come back.
Okay.
No, wait. You said there's a trading dummy in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just go in there and just throw some unarmed
Pay no attention.
unarmed strikes at this dummy.
Okay.
And I'm kind of just getting lost in my own, like, I don't really want to deal with the 13 thing, and she's freaking me out and taking me on wild rides that I don't want to go on.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You point it this way, and I'm like, I haven't taken you anywhere.
All right. So,
I beg to differ.
well, as I said, you guys are going to be there for a little while. She doesn't come up for hours.
Oh.
And unless Cyril lets you know a little bit later, you don't even know how long it's going to be.
Well, I'm rummaging through her shelves, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, about dinner time, I'll come back over and say, she says it's going to be a great many hours and for us to make ourselves at home.
Oh, good, because I already have.
I thought I smelt something good.
Zara is sitting in the kitchen waiting and just looking as you are cooking. Every once in a while she might kind of get up on her back feet and look. Maybe dare to put a paw on the counter and look.
She doesn't have to do that. I'll give her scraps and snippets. Yes,
Okay.
I'm feeding your cat.
Hearing that, I come in and I stand next to Azara.
She's on her hind legs and she's looking with her hands up on the counter.
Hey, I am tall enough to
She says,
see over the
"Avery,
counter.
get off the counter!"
So Azara's loud up there, but I'm not. Okay.
You don't want the raw scraps of meat that I'm giving the cat.
Oh, it's raw? Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I thought it was ready.
No. She's a
What is your
leopard.
perception DC again, Sunshine?
25.
Okay. Go ahead. What you're doing.
Yeah, that's how she's gotten so big. She gets the scraps and stuff. Like a certain cat at my actual house.
So you're talking to her, and you're talking to Avery, and as you turn back, she's definitely not stealthy enough to pass your DC with her stealth of a 19 there. She has a paw up on the counter and has grabbed a chunk of meat with a claw, and is like pulling it back to herself.
You can't wait till dinner?
Grabs it, needs it.
She says no.
I can tell. From now on, I'll feed Azara before we eat. So we actually have food left.
I need to include Avery in that too.
She did grab probably one of the largest chunks of meat that you had up there, getting ready to prepare, so.
Kind of lean down to her, like, hey, save some for the rest of us. We're hungry too.
You get a noggin for your effort. She kind of bumps your head as she's chewing.
Meat breath.
Yeah.
Kitty meat breath.
So you guys get some dinner. Unless anybody's doing anything specific, you guys are staying the night there.
Yep.
Is there anything specific anyone is doing?
I would probably find Cyril at some point and ask him, what are we going to do with 13? Away from 13 and others. So, because, what are we going to do with him?
I don't know.
If we let him go, he's going to come back and he's might actually end up killing one of us eventually. If we keep him with us,
He might kill one of us eventually.
yeah. Or whatever is controlling him comes to us.
What do you suggest? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. It's like
I can take care of it if you want.
we can't put him in a prison. He'll just break out, or somebody will break him out.
I can take care of it if you want.
What do you mean?
I mean, I can take care of it if you want.
I don't know what we should do, and obviously I don't feel like we should be the only ones making this decision, but
I mean, realistically, there's not much, he doesn't really have anyone. Not many of our allies even know him.
yeah. Most of them are gone or dead. Most of them are gone or dead.
Yep. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it.
Natural 20. He's not there when you turn around.
You son of a bitch.
That is an insane lucky roll for him right there.
I did not have this conversation around him.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Did I see him leave?
Natural 20. No, he is patois.
What if I get a natural 20? It's not. Okay.
Just checking. Natural 20 definitely beats everybody's perception DC, including the angel. Even if she was up here.
Well,
So, knowing how difficult it was, looked like how difficult it was for the door to open when I walked over there.
Mm-hmm.
Did the door open? Is the door closed?
You haven't heard it open.
Okay.
I mean, it made quite a
racking.
Right.
rumble when it opened before.
Okay.
So.
I still have blind fighting, so if he steps in a square adjacent to me.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any, in my exploration of the house, were there any other windows, doors, any other thing like that?
There's the ventilation for the forge. That's about it.
That's how he's getting out. He's gonna Santa Claus up the forge vent.
So, are you spending time looking for him, or just leaving it?
I will spend time looking for him.
Okay.
I think I'm going to spend time looking for him, so
Don't make me have to get Esteban to fairy fire this whole house.
don't make me rest and actually get that spell. I have no actual use for it.
So you guys spend time looking through her home trying to find 13, and you're not finding him, but as you are looking, when you finally do come back to
Notably not helping look.
the kitchen, Sunshine, you find a note. It says Silver on it. It says, I'm only gone because I'm afraid. And obviously I'm not wanted. Take care of yourself. And then the number 13.
That's not true. I was gonna fix it.
He assumed.
Well, I'm positive that we'll see him again. Unfortunately,
Probably.
I hope that whatever has him doesn't have him when we meet him again.
But how did he get out?
I don't know.
You can get out of anywhere if you try hard enough.
Yes, but this door is too ostentatiously loud for him to have actually gone out that door. No matter how well you hide, you still can't make a door that makes god-awful noise quiet.
So he didn't use the door.
So the only other exit in the building is through the vent of the forge, which is thousands and thousands of degrees.
Vent of the
There's another way
forge.
out.
The angel comes walking in and she says, why would anyone want to be in the vent of the forge?
I don't think
And my door? You think it's loud?
it is loud.
Make yourselves comfortable in here, or we can open the loud door and you can sleep outside if it's your preference.
We've made ourselves comfortable. We're just missing someone and trying to figure out how they left.
I haven't seen anything go up the vents of my forge. I don't think it would survive.
Is there any other way out other than your door and your vent?
No.
Are you sure?
Magic.
Magic.
Magic, yes.
Does he have magic?
Who knows?
We
He
don't
probably
know.
has thousands of things in his pockets.
Then we should leave the door shut so that he can't go out. If that's what you wish.
That's fine.
You
Very
assume
well.
that he hasn't left already.
I doubt that he has some kind of magic that can leave here. But. And you would have heard the door.
Stranger things have happened.
Make yourselves comfortable.
Yeah.
I
Done.
estimate at least another day and a half.
Esteban's ears perk up when she starts to say Esta, and then, oh, damn.
So,
I give her whatever I was cooking.
and that's appreciated, but not needed.
I understand.
I will see you all in another day and a half.
What is your name?
I'm called Savina.
How do you spell that?
However you wish. It's only what I'm called. It's not my true name.
Well,
Those
you
are
can-
dangerous to give out.
You can call me Runa.
And the rest of you?
I'm Sunshine.
I'm Sivril.
Avery.
You're Nayla.
Chevy, and just I know who you are, Esteban.
Yes.
It's not
you
been
did
25.
Yes,
It's
you
not been
do.
24 hours.
And who is this one laying on the rug?
That is Zara.
Looking fat and happy.
Oh yeah, purring and sleeping. So
Avery's
next-
pissed off because she didn't get her piece of meat because Zara stole it.
the next day and a
I'm
half.
not sure I ate, thank you. Even if I had to take some off of your plate.
The next day and a half might have gone by a little slow for some of you, and not seeing the actual outside might be a little disorienting on time.
Oh, God.
Did anyone do anything? Did you try to leave? Did anyone open the door?
No.
Anything of that nature?
Nope.
Nothing.
I'm gonna assume we don't open the door.
Okay.
So I don't even try.
Looking through her books, you find she has all kinds of things, by the way. including she has romance novels to science books, religion texts, different things. Religious texts and all kinds of stuff in there.
I'm looking for elven books.
You do find maybe two elven books.
I sit down and read them.
Okay.
I read the religious books in the on our downtime, and I read the smut while I'm cooking.
Okay.
I look for the How to Train Your Vampire books.
I'm gonna need that one.
I mean, there might be a religious text on how to deal with your vampire problem, but that's about it. And that talks about how to kill them.
That's not gonna work. Wait. Nope, I need that for something else.
So a little less
That's
than
you.
a day and a half is when she finally emerges, and you see this beautiful blade. It's at her side. The weapon is almost completed. Yet an amazing story, and she looks at Esteban and goes, and a good time. Is not all that is required. The trial of conviction.
You're breaking my heart if that's not all that is required.
No, it's not. The trial of conviction is what is next for you all. And you must pass it to get the weapon that I forge. And as she's speaking, all of you notice that she has, as I said, white wings. She does have kind of a sun-kissed golden skin. And her armor is gleaming silver with some gold inlay and such. But as she speaks, you see that armor, you see places where it's been dented in battle. And you see scarring on the metal where it's been repaired. It's become tarnished as she speaks. Her hair loses a lot of the luster and becomes more stringy. Her wings themselves, instead of full and feathered, seem to have thinned, and they have drooped as she speaks.
Are you okay?
And before anybody can say anything, her last word was, to gain the weapon I forge. And you guys feel reality shift around you. Suddenly you're all within this dreamlike battlefield.
Oh no.
You see
This
you
again.
see some type of corpse around you here and there. You don't even get really a chance to take a look at it, but the floor is marbled white, and you see stars above you, and nothingness out a little further. There's not much of an area here. There's some rocks, and that's about it. And you hear Savina's voice echo over you. You must bear what I can no longer. This is not just protection, this is persistence. Even when the heavens look away, and this light flickers above and drops down. It's a small little lantern, but what's fueling it is this brilliance, like it's captured a star. And I need initiative.
God damn it. What are you?
Yes, I reach out and grab him. Oops.
Sunshine's trying to throw me off into space.
No, I was grabbing hold of you when the lantern. Yeah, my brain's going, what the fuck is that lantern? I rolled a 1.
Okay.
You rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1.
All right. So, anybody over 35?
I have 38.
All right. 30 to 35.
I have a 36. I was mathing. I'm sorry.
Okay.
33.
Ooh, I like whatever that music is. That's cool. Aw.
Did we ever get things from Chevy?
I have
You have something?
I have something.
Do I need to try to get it?
Where's the tablet? I can play with.
Yeah, I mean it's over there. It's plugged.
Let me play with.
Okay, well Jenny's gonna go try and play with it and try to get Chevy. I'll get you Esteban. Do you want him? Or is he busy?
No. Esteban. We should have Esteban as well.
Okay, great.
But I didn't want you to have to pilot too. We already missed you, Chevy. We definitely
Yeah,
miss Esteban.
20. He has a 27.
27. Okay. From Esteban.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, we're at 25 to 30.
Yeah, I don't know. Microwatch, I don't know who Jenny is. Must have been. Must have been part of that memory with that
All right.
apple tree.
Avery, what do you have then?
28.
Oh, 28.
Funny thing, I can tell you what her name is.
Because of the paper.
Yeah, because it's paper.
Because of the book that Yarnila found. Yarnila. Okay. We still don't have Chevy.
I just booted it up.
Looking it up. Oh, I'm sorry.
You go ahead and do the thing with that thing, and I'll try this.
So he has a base of 14. That gives him an 18. Hey, great job, Chevy. You're rolling hot already, buddy.
By the way, my total would be 16 if that counts or helps.
Okay. Esteban had the 27, correct?
Yep.
All right.
That
So
wasn't me.
let me put you guys out here. All right. Everyone just kind of is here for that. And of course I lose it. All right. We're gonna use a D4. This is essentially fallen, come down, floated down, and is right here in between all of you. That is the lantern. The brilliance of the light from within it is almost hard to look at. It's quite beautiful. So, top of the order. Cyril.
So all we see is this lantern.
And darkness everywhere else. You have the light from sunshine. This glows
Thank
as
you.
bright as she does, if not more. And out from you, about 15 to 20 feet in any direction, it just seems pitch black, as if their light hits that wall and is gone.
Okay. I'm going to, I'm like the worst person to go first here. I'm just gonna walk up and grab the lantern.
Okay. You walk up and grab the lantern. All right, so you step over here, and you have possession of it.
And I just,
So, it glows a little brighter as you pick it up.
Okay, who wants Chevy?
did you get him?
Yes?
Fucking
I think that would be you.
winch.
Start figuring it out.
So just
Alright,
for clarification
so-
purposes,
this is
Cyril
his-
grabbed the lantern.
Quick and
Zipper
dirty.
grab the
If you want to
lantern.
read that.
All right, so that's, 2 actions, 1 to step over, 1 to pick it up.
Is there a latch? Is it like a capturing Tinkerbell kind of lantern?
No, you don't see any kind of anything. It almost seems like everything's
sealed
all in
in.
piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got that?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Damn.
I'm gonna.
You do feel a little better about it now that you're holding it, though. Like that was a good call.
Cool. I'm gonna like lift it up so it can try to illuminate like the area around us. I'm using it as like a guide.
Okay.
Because I mean, obviously, if we're all standing like that in that big circle, I'm going to try to raise it above. I'm taller than everybody else. I'm going to try to raise it above my head
Okay.
so that way it illuminates.
It still doesn't
Yeah,
give
for
any
sure.
more light out over that edge that you see.
Okay, that's me.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Runa. What would you like to do?
Did we see anything? I was distracted. I apologize.
You saw the lantern float down and land in between everyone, and that was about it. Several picked it up. He's held it up. You can only see so far before everything is just black.
It was just us.
Now you do see stars overhead, but black out from you. There's some rocks. That's about it.
I'm gonna stick my hand in the darkness. Does it hurt?
All right, so you're gonna walk
Okay.
over. Which direction would you like to go?
Pull it back out, missing a hand.
I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna stay in front of Sibrel, so he can see that I'm doing it.
Okay, well, Several's here. He can see in any direction that you would need, so he's kind of holding it up and looking around. So which direction would you like to go?
Easiest path. It's just straight out from where I'm at.
So 15 feet this way?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go right there and then stick your hand in the blackness. All right, so you stick your hand in there and there's nothing there, but you stick your hand and you don't see your hand. Doesn't hurt.
So it's just very distinctive. There is a boundary, and I just can't.
You don't see your hand at all once you hit that boundary.
It's definitely
It's
very dark.
Cold, but that's about it.
Very, very umbrella-like.
Cold and dark. I'll come back, I guess.
Okay. You let everybody know about that.
I can hide
back.
easier in a crowd. I'm gonna hang out with the crowd.
Okay. You're Neela. What would you like to do?
I mean, there's a part of me that just wants to shoot into the darkness.
Okay.
Cast magic missile into the darkness.
Popped in my head as you were saying it.
You guys can always try anything you'd like. These are your memories.
I mean-
What did you do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like pull away from the group. I'm not gonna like shoot through the group into the darkness.
So kind of over here. Right here.
Sure.
Shooting toward the darkness she stuck her hand in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, let's do that.
Oh yes, let's.
Or not. Well, I don't know. How strong is darkness? 21.
Okay. You shoot into the darkness.
DC's 10.
What do you prefer, high or low, when calling something?
Like high or low in your favor.
Yes.
Oh.
What's in your favor?
Well, I'm low, so low.
Okay. So you shoot into the darkness, and you guys hear she knows dice rolls. I swear to God, she always listens to it before she calls it. Anyway.
Sorry, that was high.
It was. You hear the shot. It echoes through the area, and off the stones behind you, but that's about it. You don't hear any kind of impact. You don't hear anything scream. It's 2 actions. What would you like to do with your third?
Can I move towards Several and try to touch the lantern? Like he's holding it.
He's holding it way up here, but yes,
gonna, like,
you can
jump.
move over there.
Climb Several's leg.
So you want to move over here by Sibrel?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sunshine,
Sibrel has
she's
a hold of it
climbing
now.
my leg to touch my lantern.
Wow.
Not my intention at all.
Listen,
All right.
she's
So, as Neela heads over there to kind of take a look at the lantern, again, it seems like it's very pretty. It's very nice. And that glow that comes from within it, that light, is a pleasing thing. However,
Comma.
you guys hear this sound. Kind of a... And stepping from the shadow cast here is a somewhat incorporeal creature.
Why did I expect 13?
Another one steps here out of the tiniest shadow cast right there by several.
Bitch.
They step out of it. Flanking him, they have appeared. And there's my sheep. Come here, buddy. All right, they are within 10 feet of it.
I like this music. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All
That's
right.
That's the tears of my enemies crying right there.
They don't attack you, Several.
Well, that's good.
Their spectral claws reach for the lantern.
That's
One
not
of
good.
them reaches and
How many
strikes
shadow?
it.
There's 2.
One more.
You see the light dim as it rakes that claw through the light. You hear almost a mental anguish groan as the lanterns hit and the light diminishes slightly. The other one reaches for it as well, but misses, trying to gain a hold on it. Their third action this one just moved right here. This one is actually going to slip back into the shadow. That will bring us to Avery.
So the other one's still going for the lantern.
Yes. One hit the lantern, the other one did not. The one that did not hit it is still right there by Cyril.
Do I have a direct line of sight to?
It's right there beside you.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Torture's Trauma on it and hope that it hits. 'Cause I'm not
Okay.
sure what this thing is.
All right. Torturous trauma. Torturous or torturers?
torturous.
Okay.
Basic fortitude.
All right. Basic fortitude for that one is. Ooh. I know my saves are on here. That's a 30. So that will succeed, or does that does not critically succeed, does it?
No.
Okay. All right.
Hey, just so you know, Evil gave you a reroll earlier. everyone totally missed it. So you have one win it if you need it.
Avery has a
Yes.
reroll. Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna use it this time. Because I don't even know if this will work.
Yeah, yeah.
The shadow thingy a reroll.
Yeah. Microwatch is
don't.
trying to make the shadow thing reroll.
It doesn't quite get
Yeah.
happen like that.
Doesn't work like that.
And Avery.
Damage there, Avery.
Yeah. You still get half damage even
Yes.
if he succeeded. Yeah.
That made a cool noise. Microwatch gave you her reroll. If she couldn't use it for the bad guys, she said you could have it.
7.
Okay. So it takes that damage. All right. All right, and with your third action.
I'll send a Zara.
Okay.
Good kitty.
Pretty kitty. Zara's gonna
Fat and happy
rush
kitty.
over.
Taking the opportunity to flank with Sibrel. Go ahead and roll for Zara. Shit.
With 18, she uses a claw to try to swipe at this thing.
Okay. 18 total.
Yep.
All right, that is not gonna hit. So that is a miss.
Zara needs to go more for the arms day.
That
Okay.
brings us to Esteban. With Chevy on deck and Sunshine on deck.
Sucks to suck. All right, so
I don't know what Chevy's gonna do.
Chevy's gonna stab things.
It's a shadow.
So Esteban is going to cast Winning Streak on Chevy.
All right. Winning
And-
streak.
Yep, Winning Streak on Chevy, and then he is going to do Call and Response and Courageous Anthem.
All right.
So everybody gets a +1 status bonus to their attack roll and damage rolls, and saves against effects, fear effects.
All right. As he begins his anthem,
And don't forget, you also get the stacking bonus from his hat, which is essentially the exact same thing.
all right, as you guys start hearing the anthem and you get that bonus, you see the lantern kind of flicker brighter, not dimmer. Flickers a little brighter as if it enjoys or approves of this boosting morale, and all of you gain another +1 will save versus fear and emotion effects.
On just will saves or just all your saves?
Will saves
Okay.
to
Love it.
sorry, +1 will saves and versus fear and emotion.
Gotcha.
And that is within 10 feet of it. So the only person that does not feel that right now is Irnima. All right.
I thought she went back up to touch the lantern.
Oh, she did. I didn't move her, did I?
Hey, good
Thank
call.
you. Yeah, she's right there.
We little people have to stay together.
You'll get forgotten.
I think I forgot to move. All right. So that brings us then to Chevy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Part of me wants to just try to do the accent that he uses.
Hey, mon ami.
Do it.
And part of me is like, I don't know if I can actually do that.
Gambit.
I don't think I'm prepared for that part.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Chevy's gonna tumble through and
there it is.
be
I heard it.
flanking.
Sure. I'm going to tumble through.
Tumble through and flank
myself.
with.
Sunshine.
All right.
Sunshine.
Roll the tumble.
How about a natural 20?
Oh,
there you
yes.
Nice.
And I'm going to use that.
So yeah,
Yeah.
he should get his panache point.
Oh,
Yes. The panache point. And now I'm going to attack.
Gonna use your little finisher.
Does a 27 hit?
A 27 does hit.
That's a lot of damn dice.
Yeah, it's 5d6
It is,
plus
yeah.
9. That's a lot.
I know, right?
Listen to all those dice.
I know, right? $26.
That's real good.
All right, and what kind of damage is he doing?
Piercing.
Piercing.
Okay. 26.
Why does it say it's a spark blade?
Because that's the type of weapon it does.
Because he has a magical weapon. Right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
That is.
26. All right.
And raising the dueling cape to raise the AC.
All right.
Look at you, you're practically Chevy.
I know.
Tumble, slash, raise the AC. I mean, it's literally like it's a more flamboyant version of Cyril.
All
With
right.
an accent.
Yeah.
That would bring us then to Sunshine.
Okay. I would like to know what the what the lantern is.
All right.
Recall knowledge on the lantern.
All right. Go ahead. What would you like to use?
Religion.
Go ahead.
How about a 28?
That's what it thinks about that.
28. That is a spark of the angel. It is a piece of said angel. It's a piece of their soul. You're literally watching Cyril hold it up and wave it around.
Okay.
That might have taken her back a little. Just gonna.
No, here comes the conversation. Cyril, what the fuck are you doing?
No, it's several. That's a piece of an angel's soul. You have to protect it. Don't let those creatures swipe at it again.
It's not like it's your soul.
Avery.
Ouch.
It actually dims at her response.
Sorry.
At Sunshine's response or Avery's
At
response?
Avery's response.
Avery, were you with us when we went through the trials in Celestia? Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
sure.
you were.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, you were.
I don't remember.
You were the one that passed the trial the fastest. And you know what it took to do that?
Yeah, not going home and not fixing the fire problem.
Teamwork. Teamwork.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so
That'd be nice.
Sunshine spending
I'll
her
try.
turn
Coaching
telling everyone
Avery?
and coaching Avery.
Rah, rah, ree.
So,
Damn it, Avery. Oh my gosh. You know what? I didn't add Esteban's hat or
That's just too much.
or Esteban to Chevy's rolls.
to his damage.
Either.
Or to hit.
Okay.
So-
It would not have been a crit.
So then it would have been 2 more damage.
2 more damage.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right.
Brain.
That's fine. All right, so that will end Sunshine's turn as you spend your turn talking to Avery and Cyril and the party, letting them know what this is. Knowing you guys now have a piece of an angel's soul, and she's saying you guys need to protect it. That's going to bring us to the top of the order to Cyril. Knowing
Great.
that, I can allow one action for you to keep, if you have it, to try to protect it. The amount of actions that you keep or the amount of attacks you may save it against.
Okay.
And our music has disappeared.
I know.
Jinx is looking like, oh no.
I'm going to give you 2 actions to save the lantern,
Okay.
and I'm going to use my 3rd action to maintain Esteban's call and response. So the way his feat works is called call and response. He activates his aura.
Well, this is Cyril.
I know.
Okay.
He activates the aura, and then anybody on the map between his next turn or this turn and his next turn can give an action to maintain the aura for the next round.
Okay. All right. So you're maintaining his aura for him.
Yes.
All right.
So I essentially take the lantern and where it's up here, and I will pull it down, and I will use kind of like my body to shield whatever the wherever they are. I will turn kind of like my back to them.
Okay. Well, there's only one that you can see
Sure.
at the moment. The other one shrank into your shadow.
What a bitch.
All right. That brings us to Runa. What would you like to do?
The feat you were just talking about,
Call and response.
that does not stack, is that right?
Yeah, so it can only be maintained one time. So now that I've done it, it will, after his next turn, it'll last one more time around, and then it'll go away. Like his anthem will go away. It's
Can
essentially
he redo it?
he can recast the spell with call and response, but it cannot just be continuously maintained. It can only be maintained one time by one character, other than him.
Because I was gonna offer to do that too, but
Yeah,
if we
I-
can't stack
yeah,
it.
Yeah. Trust me, it would be OP as shit.
I'm gonna hide.
Okay. Are there enough people around for you to hide? Use the crowd?
No, just normal hiding.
Okay. Where would you like to try to hide?
I mean, I'm on the other side of everybody from this creature, from what I can tell from here. Just pretty much breaking line of sight. I haven't drawn attention to myself in the first place,
Okay.
so
All right.
Yeah, that's definitely all of
I'm
us.
gonna move over here and try to break line of sight on the other side of Esteban.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll your stealth.
29.
Okay. You feel pretty hidden. What would you like to do with your third action?
I will move to around the outside of the group to where I can reach it for next time.
Okay. What is your movement speed?
35.
You can finish your movement to get there to break line of sight and have one more action still.
Oh, sweet.
You,
Then I will,
you would be able to get right here and still be able to use that last action.
and attack it from where I'm at.
You can.
Okay. Then I will do that.
Go for it.
How do crits work?
You have to be 10 over.
So if their
Their
AC is a
AC?
26, if you roll a 36,
Okay.
then you would crit.
However, as always, natural 20s and natural 1s are automatic crits and failures.
Yep.
36, 37.
37, that is a crit.
Ooh,
Go
love
for
it.
Double it. Oh. Or roll it twice. It's up to you. Decide before you roll, though.
I'm just gonna double it.
All right. Irnila, you are on deck. What are you needing?
A D6.
You need another d6? Yes, please. Irnila, can you hand this to her? There we go.
Thank you.
keep that down there for now.
20,
All right.
21,
20 damage.
22, 23, 24 if I double the extra stats.
Yeah, you double everything, correct?
So it'd be plus 4.
Yeah, everything.
So how much?
7, 8, 9. Hold on. 2,
We're just
7,
trying to math over
8,
there.
9, 10, 11, 12. So 24.
24. All right. Is there any magical damage there?
It's just a normal knife.
Okay. It's a great hit, but you do notice that it doesn't take as much damage as you would like it to.
Okay.
All right. That then brings us to Ernila.
All right. I think I'm going to shoot at it.
Go for it.
Oh, that's a 35. Oh, wait, did I get to add
You get to add the bonuses.
plus 2? Okay, well, that makes it a 37.
That is a crit as well.
Yes.
Love it. Love, love, love. And,
This may be the elf table, but that's the crit table.
I'm just saying. Oh.
We have to
Chevy
make up
had
price.
Winning streak.
winning streak.
I did not crit though.
You did not crit, but you also didn't take the extra action from Chevy, so you could have struck at him again. When you crit, you gain winning streak. So the next time you come around to your action, you would actually have an extra
Doesn't
action.
The initial person have to have it?
Who?
The initial person has to have a crit first.
No, it's put on them, and then anytime anyone crits before it goes away, the winning streak jumps to that person. So the first person, it's actually more beneficial if you put it on like Sunshine, who probably won't crit, and then don't give me that. And then, like if I crit, or if Chevy crits, or if anyone else, don't look at me like that.
So do I get that extra action?
So you would have
now?
yes, you can use that extra action to stride or strike. So you can make an attack or move with it.
So I can attack again.
Correct. But you still have your map. Like if you attack for the second time, it's -5, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
And then
Because she
and then
also
yeah,
did it,
so
she
you would have
gets it
used it,
too?
and then it would have been on her. She crit, so she would gain winning streak.
So I can attack again. Right now.
Correct.
Okay.
It would essentially, on your turn, you would have been able to attack again, and then Ernela would have crit, and then she would have gained winning streak from.
Yes, within 20 feet, if you get a critical on an attack roll against a significant foe,
so you can
whoever
both
got the
attack
critical
again.
becomes quickened if they weren't already, and the duration of winning streak is extended by another round.
So they both get another attack.
So
or
this has been extended by 2 rounds. 'Cause
2 rounds,
It doesn't
yep.
say that doesn't continue.
Correct.
Okay.
So you get an extra strike, and then Ernela will have. She will
I
be
don't
quickened.
want my extra strike.
Then you missed.
That would, I rolled a 1.
All that work for
And then fell on my ass.
all that work for a 1.
you are so excited.
I was. Hey, I heard it.
You got so excited by this that you felt so quickened that you actually end up nicking yourself. Roll damage on yourself.
No.
Too quick, too quick.
Too quick. You weren't ready for it.
Oh god.
Do I get the bonus? It's damage 5.
You don't
Yeah.
do any sneak attack or anything. It's just
No, I
your
just
normal
rolled the
damage.
D4.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet she wasn't expecting that.
Yep, she was not.
I snuck attack myself.
All right.
My
so,
spleen.
back then to Ernila.
Okay. I gotta roll my damage
And
first.
you can go ahead and give me one more action for Chevy if you would like.
One more strike for Chevy.
Because we don't want to
Yeah.
screw you guys out of actions.
Okay.
Okay, so 18 damage.
Okay, now that you've mathed, remember to stay calm.
Yeah, as you feel that surge, and you are also quickened.
My pistol is magical,
All right.
according to the little tab on the
All right,
on the
very
page.
It says.
It says magical. Oh,
All
wait.
right. So that's one action for you. Is you shot it.
I
You still have 3 more.
need to retcon my. Like I'm still learning.
Sure, yeah.
I need to retcon my damage roll because I have a fatal trait
Okay.
on my gun, which bumps my damage to D8s.
Oh. Oh.
wow.
Take care of that. Yeah, absolutely.
So
Chevy rolled a 1 on his extra attack.
Oh no.
I should be good. I don't need.
Hopefully this isn't a trend.
It's catching.
Okay.
He drops his weapon
Oh
at his
my.
feet.
Oh no, not my blade. Sorry.
All right. So that makes my damage 30.
30. All right. Is that adding in Bard?
No, 32.
She's adding 2 more damage for the
Yeah.
So the bard is Esteban
in
is
the
adding
hat.
Esteban is adding 2.
Okay, so
And
you're
it was a
adding
crit,
and
so
it was
you
crit,
doubled the
so
bonuses.
34 damage.
All right.
Ooh.
All right.
Just what we need. Double Esteban.
Yes.
No.
Hello. My name is Esteban.
And we still won't remember you if you leave for too long.
Oh,
It's better that way.
Okay, so I can either
Probably.
stride or strike. Is that what I heard?
Correct.
This other well,
Stride, strike, step.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I
with
have
the
so many
extra.
moves. I'll just attack again.
Okay. 3 crits right here in a row.
And 2 fumbles.
Yeah.
27?
Okay, 27 to hit again.
Yes.
That will hit.
Ooh. Ooh. Hello.
Back to the little dice. Oh, that's a nice roll though. 11, 14.
That's real good.
All right.
Yep.
Third and fourth. Wow. How often do you have to reload?
I have. Well, because it's a dual barrel, I didn't shoot
Okay.
them both at the same time.
Gotcha.
I have dual weapon reload, so I don't need a free hand to do that.
Okay.
But I think what I'm going to do is kind of move out and around, like go the opposite direction that Runa went.
Okay. Over here.
Yep,
All right. How far do you want to go?
that looks good.
All right. That looks good. All right.
She's like, how far do you want to go? That's
You're
fine.
right behind the fiery leopard now. Oh no, you're not. You're right behind the owner of the fiery leopard.
Same
I was
thing.
like,
I'm over by the
Yeah.
she's sitting.
flaming kitty.
Yes.
Whoa.
You guys are holding us sometimes. All right.
I would venture
your
that
fault.
sometimes is always.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
And
How the hell is
then
it my fault?
can I
Who's the flaming kitty
flaming
belong?
kitty.
hold another shot
I rest my case.
just if he starts to move, or that being starts to move closer to the lantern?
So you want to hold one to help protect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So with you being at ranged, you can hold your last action to help. You can use it to aid
That's fine.
in the defense.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. And that brings us to their turn. This one. First of its actions, it pops in right here.
Glad I vote.
And that's one action for it. Pardon me.
Yeah, that thing's a little too close for comfort.
You ought to go with these things. All right, so it is going for Ash's mother, trying to hit the spark. That is a 30. All right. What would you like to try to do with your action to prevent it from touching?
So I have the
Nila can aid.
I have the lantern kind of in my chest, and this thing kind of appeared in front of me, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm essentially going to, as it is slashing down at this lantern, I'm just going to lean forward and let it just like hit me and rake my back.
Can I cast Hidebound on him? As a reaction.
You can.
And I will use this second heightened to cover him. You may be annoying, but I will protect you. Don't worry. I've come to your
I
aid.
swear they act like siblings.
Might as well be.
I mean, you guys are both wood elves, just from different cities, right?
As far as we know. Our parents might have lied to us for all I know.
I mean, his dad is a classic liar.
All right.
And so, what does your little spell do?
It says that your skin will erupt in thick hide or dense scales, and you gain 8 resistance to physical damage, and then it lasts until the beginning of your next turn.
Well, where the hell has this been my entire life? I love that.
She started using that
I love that.
a bit ago. All right,
You're
so
welcome.
you're going to take that damage instead of the lantern.
Great.
All right. Oh, here's the fun part.
I'm not gonna say I don't got your back.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Actually, you know what? I don't have to worry about that one. As it slashes into you, you see its claws go kind of in and through, almost as if its attacks itself are incorporeal, even though the creature itself is not. And it goes into several, but since he is literally protecting the lantern, it glows a little brighter, but as the claws pass into you, you're like, ooh, that feels good. You didn't have any damage on you already, right? Oh, well, you would have healed, but I didn't think so, so I'm not even going to roll. And you still have an action that you may use, because that's his to protect it. So that's not really much that you can do to aid with that one. So
No.
that's that one's second action was to claw at it. Its third action is it is going to try one more time to attack. It'll take that negative here. That is nowhere near. It lashes and misses completely. Now the one behind Several is going to try to reach through and grab at it as well. And that is going to be a hit. What would you like to do to try to stop it?
I'm gonna just try to run into it and like push it or disrupt its
You're going to try to shove it or...
Yep.
Okay.
this tiny little
All right.
wrecking ball.
A shove is going to be an athletics check. So go ahead and give me an athletics check. As you kind of move and squeeze in here, trying to shove
Ooh.
this thing.
Yeah, no, I bounced right off because that's a 10.
Where's the thing doing on me?
All right, that's a 10. Okay, yeah, you bounce right off, but you do try to protect it. It is enough to kind of disrupt what it was doing, seeing you, and since it can't reach it, unfortunately, it looks to you next.
I expected that.
So that is a 31 to hit here.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. And that is take 17 negative damage. Take 17 void damage. And there will be persistent damage that you will get at your turn. All right. As you feel those claws slip through you, through armor and everything. All right, so its third action. If anybody has a reaction they wish to use as it moves,
I sure do.
it will lie float a little bit.
I would like to slash at it.
Go for it.
That would be a 33.
That will hit.
Great. He takes 23 points of damage, and I don't know if he's immune to bleed, but if he is not, he takes 6 persistent bleed.
Definitely immune to bleed. However, end him, Cyril.
As this thing goes to move away, I take Dawnbreaker as I have the lantern kind of clutched to my chest, and as it goes to move away, I just like pivot on like almost like a pirouette, and I just come swinging around and just catch the back of it as it's trying to wisp away and slice it into a bunch of pieces, and it just kind of
It screeches into the darkness out and around you guys and just dissipates. And that brings us to Avery. What would you like to do?
See, that one's right there. I'm gonna cast Torture's Trauma on it.
Okay. Natural 20 on that fortitude save.
Blech.
Never mind.
Third action?
It still takes half damage.
Not on a critical.
Oh, not on a
success.
critical?
No, that's a
Never
20,
mind then.
natural 20.
Ignore me,
she will.
obviously.
I'll send it,
Not
Azara
ignoring,
in.
explain. All right, sending Azara over. All right, Azara just kind of does a cat skid around behind it, going for the flank again. Go ahead and roll for her attack.
$19 claw.
That will not hit. Do you have the correct stats for her? Are you looking in your book or on your tablet?
Tablet.
We wrote them in your book. The correct stats. She starts at like a 12 or a 16 to hit. I can't remember which. Do we put it on your last page, maybe? I know we put it in there.
The claw is actually worse in the book, so I honestly don't know. It'll make it a 15 then.
Yeah, she starts at a 12 or a 16. I don't remember which. I believe it's a 12. But, so, yeah, that does not hit. All right, so that brings us to Esteban.
Esteban, you say?
That's one of the 3 rounds for winning streak.
That's right. So, this figure that's there, he's going to cast Cycle of Retribution.
Okay.
Needs to give me a...
This must be a new one for Esteban.
It is.
Because he's never used that one.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
Esteban doesn't
Will
change out
saving
his
throw.
spells, so. Oh, he's using your new stuff. Will saving throw. That is going to be a fail. What's Esteban's DC?
26.
That is not a critical fail, but it is a fail.
Great. So, failure. The first time in the round when a target takes a hostile action, that target takes a D4 mental damage. So
Okay.
every time this thing takes a hostile action, the first time in the round, it will take a D4 mental damage.
All right. All right.
And then for one action. He will give one action to help protect the lantern.
All right, is that all of his actions?
That is.
That brings us to Chevy.
All right. Sorry.
Feel my pain.
Yes. We're going to
Tumble.
grab the weapon off the ground and tumble through to be flanking with several.
All right, so one action, grab the weapon, and then tumble through. You could flank with Avery. Not with Cyril.
That'll do.
Okay.
And
That'll do, Sherry.
do I have to roll a tumble?
Yes.
In the box.
You got to roll acrobatics for me.
That would be a 25.
25. That will do it.
Fantastic. Now we will strike.
And you'll
Alright.
have your panache from tumbling through.
Yes. With a. Wait, math.
Everybody's
32.
math harding
Plus
today.
2 from the bards. That'd be 34.
34.
34 will hit. Is not a crit.
Damn.
Even with his AC minus 2, what a bitch.
Oh. That is a crit. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Reminding me. Yes.
That would have made mine a crit, but that's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm gonna just double.
That's where my head went too.
I know.
42.
42. Oh my goodness.
And it is magical.
And winning streak continues another round.
It does. Giving winning streak another one. All right. That ends
That-
Chevy's. Wait, no, he's
I still have it.
still quickened.
Yes.
I don't believe any of your quickens go away, does it?
Yeah, it will fade away. It doesn't like after you use it, you don't remain quickened.
Okay.
So I can give this.
He remains quickened, right?
So he crits and then gains quickened. So he has the extra action.
Okay.
But can I use that action?
Stride or strike.
Yes.
Stride or strike?
Stride,
So you
strike,
can
or
try to hit him
step.
again, minus 5.
But I can't save it.
No.
Fantastic.
I heard.
Fine.
Fine.
And it definitely hasn't been a full round since somebody has crit, so winning streak is still going.
I know.
I thought we had 2 extensions.
So you guys had 1 each, and then Chevy has 1, and it had just come back around to
So we're
Esteban.
back down to 2.
So he just put it back up to 2 times back around.
However, if it ever goes an entire round without someone critting,
Correct. It shuts off.
ends.
Okay.
So even if you still have 3 rounds of it right now, but it just kind of keeps going.
This is 17.
17 does not hit. All right, that brings us to Sunshine. Sunshine's so focused on Chevy to know when it's ready or what.
No, I am. Don't worry. I'm going to be casting a bunch of spells.
Okay, go for it.
Just to be fair, it doesn't say you lose the quickened condition.
That's what I was
So I
looking
think
at,
that
yeah.
if you've crit, you were still quickened.
So as long as they keep winning,
Right.
it says it gains the quickened condition for 1 round.
1 round.
If the target or one of their allies within 20 feet gets a critical success on a target roll against a significant foe, whoever got the critical success becomes quickened if they weren't already, and the duration of winning streak is extended for another round. That's
I think it would go away.
I think it would
Yeah.
too. It says they gain the quicken condition for 1 round, the target of the spell. However, if winning streaks continue, do they get it another round? Does Chevy stay quickened?
See, that's what I'm thinking.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, it's a little strange. Anyway,
Barnabas, we need actually.
yes.
I still think we need a whole list of clips for actually, and we need a wiki spot for actually.
Well, don't worry.
or all that.
It's coming.
All right.
I'd
So-
like to phone a friend.
I love the actuallys. They are fantastic. I've learned so much.
I have a. I'm standing right next to several.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe I'm on the side that he is wielding Dawnbreaker in.
I believe you are. Yes.
Fantastic. So, my 2-action spell is Conductive Weapon.
Okay. I see his eyebrows raising over there.
It makes your weapon a +1 shock weapon, and you add a d12 lightning.
Oh.
Wait, let me just bring out those big dice.
Shock rune. You reach up and
Shock somebody.
touch the hilt where he's holding it, and cast the spell, and those sparks fly across Dawnbreaker.
All right.
And for my last action,
Uh-huh.
dang it, where'd it go? I am casting Scorching Blast and evoking a massive fire into the air around my outstretched fist.
I'm not gonna sneeze. I'm not gonna do it.
Really?
What'd you get?
I'm going to make a ranged attack.
Okay.
Spell roll. Wait a second. This is a 23 hit.
23 does not hit. Barely missing. Is that
Damn.
adding your bard?
It is.
Oh. Unfortunately, that is a miss. And we're gonna stop for a moment because I don't know if Avery's bouncing because the same reason I do, because streamer's got a stream. So we're gonna pause right here for just a moment. Some of us will stay here and talk to you guys. If you guys have questions in chat for any of us, please feel free. Who's staying at the table while
I will.
go do that?
I'm here.
All right, guys. I'll be back.
Well,
Streamer's
crap.
definitely got a stream.
Oh, I guess
We
I
are-
was at
we're
the
a
end of
little
the round, wasn't I?
Yeah, we're a little
Huh.
late on break today.
Sorry.
I'll be back. And we'll get back.
Oh, dang, it is. Whew.
Yeah, I know. Going by.
Wow.
Time flies when you're killing shadows.
Beating up shadows.
Dude, so I don't know what music you got rocking out here, but it's awesome.
Pretty cool.
It's called Avernus rock music.
Yeah, I love it. It's,
Perfect for this.
Alvernus rock music.
I actually posted that in chat.
Yeah.
Micro watch ad.
yeah, it's real good. Real good.
Damn, I was trying to do fire damage to these dang things.
Yeah.
But I lit it up a little bit more. Maybe, you know, shadows and all
So
that.
it turns my weapon to a +1.
Shocking. It's got a shock rune on it.
Okay. Love it.
It lasts for a minute.
Okay.
It's conductive weapon. It literally says you channel powerful electric current through the metal of a weapon, zapping anyone the item hits.
Cool.
The target becomes a +1 shocking weapon if any target of an attack with the weapon is wearing metal armor or is primarily made of metal. The electricity damage die of the shock rune is a d12.
Cool.
But it just says it's a d12. Anyways, it gives you a +1 shock weapon.
Sweet. I like that.
It lasts for a minute. So long as you're a willing ally.
I am.
No micro watch, we did not find 13. Currently fighting shadows and trying to save a angel's soul. So what do you think about that?
About what?
There's a piece of an angel's soul in a lantern.
That is weird. But it explains why she went like real fast.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Of course, I may have kept a small bit of information to myself.
That's what happens when you can't read. You have to rely on other people to give you all the information. And when you're new to the group, they're not always willing to share.
Well, it's not that. Okay, the reason I didn't share with anybody
True.
what that information would be. I did get the gist of what the report was. However, I left one detail out.
Are you regretting that decision at this point?
Maybe. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
At least I was able to tell you guys what it is,
Yes.
what it was. Oh, who's the new person?
Oh,
Well, go ahead.
so evil. This is Kristen. She is playing Irnela, and we have. I don't. You've been here with the gentleman in red, right? You know. So, I mean, it wasn't going to be Lady in Red, so
No, I was. I thought he looked like Carmen Sandiego.
100%. When he walked, I was like, "Ooh, we got Carmen Sandiego
And
at the
Carmen's
table."
a gender-neutral name.
That's right.
so-
And if he's Carmen Sandiego, he's probably somewhere related to Esteban.
Right,
Sounds
yeah.
about
Yep.
right.
Sounds about right, but Chevy's name is Chevraw.
Yeah. So this is Kristen. She has played some other systems with
Yep.
me, and when we were going to replace Barnabas and Squirrel, we reached out, and she graciously accepted the invite to come be a nerd on Tuesday. So,
And that's also how we got Chevy.
right. So we got more nerds abound. So
Not just a nerd on Tuesday.
that's right. Yeah, I was told that we had to say that we wear elf ears on Tuesday,
Yes.
right? And pink on Wednesday
Oh, not
or something. I don't know.
We wear red and black on
Red and black on Monday.
Mondays.
Yeah. And elf
would-
ears on Tuesday.
I would prefer we not wear pink on Wednesday.
Which, by the way, speaking of Monday,
Yeah.
we found out that people that we picked up for that show know people that we know. So just so you know, if you're in the gaming community, it's like 10 steps to Kevin Bacon over here.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know.
Oh yeah. And if you haven't checked out Monday at 6:30, we are playing through the Bloodlord's Adventure Path, and it's phenomenal. Last night was excellent. So I would look for the podcast version of that on Friday as we drop those. So it's been a great time so far. We're like 3 episodes in, and I'm all ready to be a Bloodlord. We only got 2 years more of a story to go. Gosh.
Thank you, Chevy. I really was trying to do the accent, but really not.
Ah, mon ami. Haha.
Is he supposed to be French?
He's supposed to be like Cajun, I think, like Gambit almost.
He sounds like.
Right? Is that right, Chevy? You're supposed to be kind of Gambit-y, very Cajun Creole kind of.
He sounds like Daniel Craig in Knives Out.
I mean, that's probably.
I'm sorry, but when he talks, I get the Doc Holliday.
I just think it's a very bad accent for Daniel Craig. Personally. That is just not believable.
He says Cajun.
Yeah, Cajun.
Cajun, okay.
Okay.
Funny enough,
He should
said
be on
Cajun
vacation.
Gambler is one of my favorite characters. So
From the
from that show that not be named with
Yeah.
the playing cards.
yeah. has a special ability.
Yes.
All right.
I would like to know why Chevy is not enjoying his vacation.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
Sure.
I watched the show
watching.
when I was on vacation.
Yeah.
You guys fought a dragon while I was gone. That's like not even fair.
I did not.
I wish you would have fought a dragon a little harder. Oh. No.
Now,
There's an empty seat over here if you need
I'm
it,
just saying. I don't
sunshine.
think what's happening here.
in July, I don't know if I'll be able to watch while I'm on vacation. July this year we'll be in Jamaica.
I wouldn't watch.
What are you doing over there?
She's probably gonna be.
It's just eating, of course.
I need an energy boost.
I mean, if I am able to watch while I'm there, I will not be in chat because that would not be a good idea. Whew.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else need to go stream?
I'm good.
We're just
I'm good.
waiting on
I'm wearing a corset.
one more.
That ain't happening.
All right, we're gonna wait on one more, and
Or two more. We seem to be missing a
we seem to be missing
We're
our
missing
tech guy.
Yeah.
god. I think.
Hey,
I can't
even,
tell.
Even
He's not
even
there.
the tech
Okay.
part of the stream has got a stream. Okay.
That's true.
That's true. That's true.
And we thought about using Azara's fire to cook food. Azara. Okay.
To
I don't know.
cook food?
To cook food. I mean, technically, she does have fur and the fire, so
Maybe roast a marshmallow?
maybe roast a marshmallow. You could, put some kind of meat on a stick and hold it over it. But
Maybe as a
imagine-
starter.
I would imagine if we had
she can definitely start a fire. I believe we do need to fix a little bit of a tech thing, but
I would imagine if we dangled meat over the fire that is the cat will eat it.
Good point.
Sometimes I like to just warm my
Yeah.
hands by putting them near her fur.
Oh, absolutely.
Very
I
convenient.
was gonna use the cat because I'm a little bit chilly. So
all right. So, do you guys have any questions for me while we're fixing this last one here, guys? And everybody in chat, which, if we haven't seen you before, welcome. We're gonna get back to the action here soon. So,
Which is protecting an angel's soul from being swiped.
part of an angel's soul.
Part of an angel's soul, still. By shadow creatures that
Some kind of shadow
have
creatures.
the
yes.
shadows.
They seem to pop and jump through
I'll do
shadows.
this over here too.
So, really, you gotta do everything yourself.
Well,
Sorry.
you know.
This is what happens when Overwatch isn't here. We have to blame Jinx and then, make Cyril go fix it.
can you even tell what you're doing?
That's okay.
It's just shining a spotlight on us.
You should be in the spotlight.
Well,
It'll be easier to see.
I
your
do.
small
I'm
circles.
definitely enjoying this music today.
is-
I keep catching myself going
Me
with
too.
it.
trying not to tap the table so it doesn't.
Yeah. So we don't make the. That sounds good.
Good job.
Have nice things.
Hey, Evil, we already
there's a
have
trap
it.
there.
If you're talking about
That's
the
why I'm
the
not.
thing,
That's why I don't play a
the
rogue.
duck.
The thing?
The duck.
What's wrong with rogues?
I failed. I hit the trap.
Are we talking
fair
about
enough.
Howard?
We have a
Yes,
duck?
Is that-
We have a duck.
He's talking
We do
about
have
the
a
duck that got passed to Barnabas last night.
Yes. I'm
It
so
was
excited.
actually given to Barnabas last night
Oh.
with a new cigar firmly tucked in his beak.
Aw.
I'm excited.
No more
So
Howard?
I
No, we have him.
No, we have him. We
Oh.
just got a figure for him.
We-
That's what
we
she's
just
saying.
need-
Oh, that's exciting.
lit up. I
well-
lit up the background because ours was lit up, and theirs didn't have the same effect on it. So I was like, I was looking at it. I was like, I don't like the way it looks.
Maybe Barnabas will paint Howard tomorrow.
Oh,
That would be amazing.
Awesome.
no
That
pressure
would
or
be
nothing.
so awesome. All right. Well, hopefully he will paint him tomorrow because that would be really, really cool to have Howard actually represented. Because I would like to have him represented by something that's not just a little clear plastic duck. But
He has
so,
a coffee cup
I'm excited.
and a cigar.
All right, let's
That
go.
is awesome. All right, so we're at the top of the order, and that would be several.
All right, so there's still one more of these things left, right? Or
There's one left.
great. I'm gonna swing at this thing with my new energized weapon.
All right.
That'd be a 29.
29 will hit.
Is that plus the bard?
Yes.
Okay.
I rolled
Just
a,
checking.
I rolled like a 7.
But I roll a 7 and I miss. Sorry.
That will be 24 points of damage.
24. All right.
If you need the electricity separate, I can give that to you.
For him, no.
Okay, great.
Nope. All right. And that's one action.
I will take the rest of my 2 and protect the lantern.
Okay. All right, Runa.
I'm gonna hide again.
Okay, roll stealth. Using Sunshine's sweeping skirts.
Yep.
Total?
I was just picturing me like running under her skirt and never coming back out.
I mean, to
It's
most
not-
people, that's what's going to look like, probably.
It's not a dimensional pocket, I promise. Well, maybe.
What'd you,
I would like to roll its motive.
what'd you get?
Hold on, I'm
This,
loading.
this thing does
You're
create
loading?
pocket dimensions.
Creates whole dimensions.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
It
not
does.
not
Nila,
necessarily.
you are on
pocket
deck
dimensions.
after Runa.
I just don't know how to do that yet.
36.
36, all right. You fit toi underneath the skirt or behind it, and people aren't even
And I
quite
have
sure.
3 more actions?
You have 2 more. 2 more. We haven't
Even with the
clarified.
extra?
We haven't clarified that yet.
Oh, fair
We're not
enough.
sure.
Yeah, our phone a friend has not gotten back to me
Yeah,
yet.
we're not sure on that. I mean, it's hard to tell because it does take
Yeah.
for 1 round.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
But-
move around towards where the lantern is.
Okay.
Is that included in my hide again, or no? Okay.
No. If you're moving right over here.
Yes.
I take it. Okay, putting you right by the creature.
I'm going to save my last action for the lantern.
Okay. All right.
I didn't do
know
much
what you're
damage,
doing
so I
over
might
there.
as well save it to do something nice.
Shut up.
Okay. All right. Here, Neela.
Okay, I'm gonna start by moving back around Avery towards the guy.
Over here.
Yep.
Don't judge me.
Staying away from them.
You
Or
listen,
right-
we
Yeah,
don't
no,
judge.
that's good.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use my wrist launcher and try to hit it.
Go for it.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, there you go. Natural 20.
Winning streak continues another round.
It does. There it is.
Which now you're hasted.
Great.
Or sorry, you're quickened.
Yes.
All right. 24 damage.
All right.
On that.
24.
And then I am going to scoot closer to the bad guy.
Okay. So you take a 5-foot step.
Yep. And then that's 3, right? So I have 1 more. Okay, so I'm going to save that last action to aid in protecting the lantern.
Okay. All right. It is its turn. There. All right. It is right there. It's going to definitely try to get the lantern. That is a crit on lantern. So we have multiple actions held to try to save it. What would you guys like to do to try to save it?
I would like to just offer myself up to take the hit.
Okay, so you move
Turn into it.
You move to take the hit.
Yep.
That's one for you. Yarnila, would you like to use your action to try to help with the lantern as well?
Yes, I'm gonna try the same, like, run into him tactic.
Okay.
That didn't work before, so.
All right. Give me a athletics to shove him.
Oh, that's a little better. 18.
18. All right. So you shove into him, and he rips over and towards several, and you guys combined effort does save that from that critical hit and does not take damage. All right. So it's second action. That is not gonna hit. It swipes for its second action, and it's not able to hit it. Its third action. It flies up.
I would like to have a reactive strike.
Okay. It'll come over here behind you.
Uh, 32.
32 will hit.
Takes 23 points of damage.
It does not look very happy. Its form kind of flickering here and there, but it definitely is still up. All right. Avery, that brings us to you. What would you like to do?
I feel like this is Esteban in the corner.
It's like a training montage.
Yeah.
So how far am I from that creature?
About 5 feet.
I'm gonna cast Gale Blast.
Okay.
It's basic fortitude.
Natural 1.
Oh.
Critical fail.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, hey. That thing needs to take its D4 mental damage for making a hostile action the first time on the round.
It does. Somebody needs
I'll
to
get you that.
roll
Don't you worry.
I also think I'm supposed to be taking persistent
You
damage
are. You
from
take
something.
1 persistent damage.
Crap. Takes 1.
Okay. It is still up. Alright.
You should use my puny dice. They roll better.
Roll a flat check for me, Ernila.
2.
Alright, you're still having persistent damage.
So with that, the bonuses, and since it doubles, it takes 29 bludgeoning damage
Alright.
and is pushed 10 feet further out.
Alright. Avery, end its story. It's pushed back and out through the blackness. You see it dissipating as it hits it. End him. What would you like to happen as you destroy this thing?
With that, I'm going to...
You don't need to take another action. You've killed it. I just want
Describe
to know
how it dies.
happened.
I keep pushing the wind at him, and it slowly just kind of just fades into the dark and just dissipates completely into
Love
the
it.
air.
All right, so you guys see it screeching off into distance, and it fades into that black, and everything starts to fracture around you. You see the blackness crack, and then the floor itself. Let me take note of where you guys are at here. All right, this is gonna be interesting. Let me remove this. As the entire realm around you starts to fracture, other things begin to appear. Everything shifts. You see a ruined village. Looks familiar in a way to some of you. This is not shifted. Let me fix it. There we go. Let me see here. This is gonna come down. Oh, let me turn it. There we go. That's how it is. Right there. Have I got it in proper places there?
Looks good so far.
All right. The last one is here. Oh, I'm still moving things around. All right.
Did you say a ruined village that looks familiar?
Looks slightly familiar, yes. This. Let's take it over. All right. So, as everything fractures around you, sunshine, you find yourself here, looking at a mirrored area. Sybil, you find yourself here. Neighbor, you find yourself here. Mila.
The only one that's.
No, she has one more.
Okay, I was like, are you the only one out there all by yourself?
However, Esteban is over here.
Oh no.
Oh my.
All right. You guys find yourselves in this fractured reality as it splits apart and things begin to appear. Multiple things happen at this point.
Am I over there by sunshine?
You are by Sunshine.
Okay.
Sunshine and Runa find themselves within a mirrored hall. You see the village fade out of view, and the peaceful little serene looking tree with grass around it, little path, that fades from your view as a mirror comes up in front of you. And since I can't quite get the mirrors where I want them, did I put things a little too close? Or in the wrong place? Nope, I think you guys moved that one. Or I didn't put things over enough. Don't you move it over?
No, it looks okay.
Okay. All right. So, you two find yourself in this mirrored area. Around you, you see that there are definitely images of yourselves in these mirrors, but they're distorted. They're different. You see these reflections.
Would you even know I'm there? I'm still hiding.
You see these reflections that
My
are
perception is
triumphant.
25.
She had like a 36
Yeah, I
or
had a
something.
36. Okay.
You see a reflection of yourself that's triumphant in front of you. Sunshine, you see a reflection in front of you of yourself that looks broken. As you look to your left or right, respectively, Runa, you see a reflection of yourself that looks monstrous. And Sunshine, as you look over, you also see a reflection of yourself that looks triumphant. Those of you that are over in this serene little pasture, this little area where you see multiple things of food laid out on a picnic blanket under the tree. It feels very, very serene. It feels wonderful there. And it's got this calming effect. And you guys hear this voice say, "You've done enough. Take a rest. Let someone else bear the flame." Esteban. Nope, it's Chevy, isn't it? No, it's Esteban by himself. Esteban finds himself in a ruined village. It's somewhat burning. sky, like an ashen gray above him. He can see this entrance to the mirrored hall, and he can see the pasture. They're merely a step away, but it's up to him what he does. So starting at the top of the order still, that's going to start with Sivril. And Sivril, you were told you should take a rest. I need a will save from you.
Okay. Well, I don't like that, that's for sure. Okay, well, here we go. What is this against? What kind of effect?
It's against stupefied.
So is it a mental thing?
It is mental.
Okay, so I get a bonus to that.
Okay.
Okay. You said will save?
And our bonuses are still active, yes? No?
Yes, you are still in combat rounds.
So I have a 30. Yeah. I have a 34.
Where'd my other one go? 34?
Yeah.
Okay. You're able to kind of shake it off and not want to sit down and just enjoy that you could sit and
Gotcha.
take a load off. You're able to continue with
So just in case
do.
there's any other kind of effect, bravery, I have bravery. It says anytime that I succeed on a will save, I get a critical success instead. So
Okay.
I don't know that there may not be an effect, but if there is, I get a critical success if I succeed.
Okay. Well, I was looking for it here. Okay, critical success. That will do it. All right, so you actually see the spark seem to glow a little bit, and where those streaks where it had actually been touched by those wraiths before, you see it glow a little brighter, almost as if it's healing those spots. All right. What would you like to do for your actions?
Can I see the mirrored hallway and the burning village?
What you see from there is a way in right here,
Okay.
and you can see another way in right here. So you can see mirrors here,
Okay.
and you can see a mirror against this wall.
Sure.
But you do not see sunshine, and you do not see Runa at the moment.
Okay. And I cannot see the village from where I am?
Definitely see the village.
I can see the village. And you said it looks familiar to me?
It does.
I'm going that way.
Okay. All right. So your movement is 40,
Yep.
correct?
Correct.
All right, so let's see. 20 gets you here. 30 will get you here. Or here, I guess. 40
There.
right up to, do you want to keep moving?
I'll stop like right there by kind of by Esteban.
Okay.
So tell me about this place. What is this? Do I need to roll or is it that familiar?
There is something familiar about it, and you can't quite place your finger on it. As you're trying to kind of look, this is also a mental. I need another will save from you.
Copy. $30.
Okay. 30 will do it.
And
you hear kind of this voice again. It sounds familiar, but you can't quite place your finger on it. You hear, you weren't fast enough. They died because of you.
Does this look like my village?
Not quite. No.
Does the voice sound familiar?
It does, but you just can't quite place it.
Okay. So I've taken one action to move over there, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to move into the village.
Okay. Would you like to go into one of the houses?
Yeah, that building there, that one.
This one.
Yep.
All right. All right. Upon entering right here, you see this ghost of a person in the corner, and they're weeping and they're holding their head. But you also see this coming right at it.
At the figure in the corner?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you hear, you and Esteban, actually all of you hear, from behind you and around you, the angel's voice once again echoing through this realm. Sometimes you must do more than survive. Sometimes, to be a guardian, you must mend what's broken, even when it's not your own.
Okay. I will take, so the figure's in the corner, right? So is it like an adult size figure? Is it a child size figure?
Child-sized.
Okay. I will go and position myself with the lantern. So if the child is squat down in the corner, I will cover the child like this with the lantern in here. So if whatever that thing is then can't get the lantern,
Okay.
and essentially put a wall between whatever that thing is and the kid and the lantern,
All right.
pressing both of my shoulders kind of into the wall, into the corners.
All right. So you're going to move over to the corner
Yep.
and shield this.
And what does this thing look like that's moving to this thing?
It looks like some kind of undead monstrosity.
Okay.
Some kind of shambling creature almost.
Love it. That's all of me.
All right. That brings us to Runa.
Can you remind me what I saw around in the mirrors?
You saw yourself triumphant in front of you, and you saw a monstrous reflection of yourself to your right, we'll say. You guys would have been kind of facing this way,
Yeah, what's to... Oh, okay.
and Sunshine is to your left, so.
So I look like a monster on the other side of...
So as you're standing there,
Sunshine.
Sunshine's here, right in front of you. You look triumphant. To your right, you look monstrous. And since it is your turn, I need you to make a will save.
Is this versus fear? Well.
No.
Wasn't one of them emotion?
This one is versus. It's just versus a hazard. It's a mental hazard, I guess it would be.
Okay.
It should be whatever the little trait are on the spell or whatever the thing that is.
27.
Okay, 27 succeeds. You see the triumphant version of you reach out of the mirror to touch you. As it touches you, you feel this moment where you wanted to give in to this triumph, but you fight it off, and the hand withdraws into the mirror.
Okay. That's not creepy. Can I see paths, or are the mirrors throwing me off? Like a fun house.
You can see paths.
Let me
As you
go.
kind of turn and look, and you turn this way and look, you now see a version of you that just looks broken.
Like mentally broken?
Yes,
Okay.
mentally
No,
broken.
like in half.
Hey. There's lots of forms of broken.
Valid question.
I'm gonna head towards my broken self.
Okay.
To look around some more. Yeah, in that
Okay.
direction. I'm not
You can-
breaking line of sight with sunshine.
Okay, well, you can. This one is not. I knew I would move something. This one's not in the right place. Sorry. All right.
Okay,
That
I
would
see.
break line of sight if you move on.
Yeah, I will go just barely far enough to where I can't see her, and then I'm gonna stop there.
Okay, so not at the T.
Yeah, not quite.
Okay.
But I'm gonna peek around the corners. Like lean forward
Okay.
and peek.
You see another triumphant. You look around the other way and you see another monstrous version of yourself.
Alright, I will hold the rest of my actions. I've used like what, one?
Mm-hmm.
I will hold the rest of them for now.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna wait for Sunshine to look around and see what her reaction is.
All right. Irnila. That brings us to you. And for you, I will need a will save as you start hearing that voice whisper, "You've done enough. Just rest. Let someone else bear the flame."
That's a dirty 20.
All right. You find yourself stupefied for the round.
Great.
Find yourself pretty much taking in the idea of rest, and that food there looks pretty enticing. And Sivril,
She was in 30 feet of me.
yes, do you have to have line of sight though?
I don't know.
Sivril, you see the lantern. The light quivers slightly. All right. It is sounding really good to go eat that food. Now, you don't lose your actions, I believe. No, you do not. But you're taking a penalty to a lot of things. What would you like to do?
I think I'll go eat the food.
Okay. So you go heading over under the tree to the blanket. Grabbing you something to eat?
Absolutely.
All right.
Since you already did your action, I won't have you re-roll that failed check. No. It also feels a little cheesy. I don't even know you're there at the moment.
You also see that the lantern, the light, quivers again and gets a little darker. All right, so Irnila is eating food, and
Truth be told, I'd eat it too.
Well,
there.
Hey, food.
I got no reason.
Oh, well, and they're right there after you again. All right, so the creature over there, it is its turn. There it is. All right, so that one. Give me a will save, Sivril. It takes 2 actions.
That's a natural 20.
All right, it takes 2 actions and whips out part of its arm, just kind of slinks out and smacks at you. And you hear these frightened voices around, and you can hear the whimpering below you of the spectral child and it's terrified. And it's tempting to almost feel a little bit of that fear yourself, but this is a child and you are determined to protect it. So all fear backs away as that lash smacks into you. And you realize that thing just tried to make you feel even more guilty.
What a bitch.
Yeah.
So does the lantern have any kind of visual effect with me resisting this thing?
Give me a minute.
Loading.
Its third action is it's going to claw at you. I take it a 21 does not hit.
No, ma'am.
All right. So it claws at you and it has no effect there. You hear this kind of growling sound, and this one is going to come from between. And it ignores Esteban
What a bitch.
and spends its actions to come into the house as well.
Great.
All right. That is going to... Seems that the artifact, this piece of a soul, brightens slightly at your resistance,
Okay.
at your resolve. And that brings us to Avery. Avery, I need a will save from you.
Am I still taking persistent damage?
No.
Okay.
21.
All right. Well, it makes sense. 21. You feel a little out of sorts. And man, that food looks really good. What would you like to do?
Oh. Oh, this is so hard because it smells so good.
It's really yummy.
Oh my gosh.
You're helping.
You see that light waver again over there, several, and you're the only one that can see it.
Time to get your shit together.
I mean, you guys have split the party, so.
We did not.
Well, I do need to gain energy, so I'm gonna eat some of the food.
I'm gonna go grab a little bit of the food. They happen to
Yes.
have bacon there.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't split the party, Seer.
That wasn't our choice.
This is the new advanced pocket bacon. It's enemy bacon.
I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna eat it.
She's risking it for the biscuit.
All right.
It's bacon. I'm risking it for the bacon.
All right, so she's going and
Maybe it's a
eating as
bacon
well.
biscuit.
That's what I was thinking.
Love it.
Bacon biscuit.
Yep.
And that will bring us to Esteban. Esteban,
No evil. Don't
make me
do
a will
it.
save.
Esteban, make you will save. You don't say. Esteban gets a 15 and 9 would be 24.
24.
Sorry, 26 with himself.
That's
26. He feels guilt kind of start to pull on him as he hears cries and hearing, "You didn't save her. You haven't tried," but kind of shakes his head and knocks it away. He also has resisted this guilt. The echoes that go through this fractured part of this realm.
I don't know who you are, but I save everyone.
All right, what would he like to do?
Yeah, so he's going to move so he has line of sight with the dark figures in the room there, but he's not going to come in the room. And he is going to cast Rousing Skeletons underneath of their... wow!
That's why we can't have nice
Let's
things.
not punch
roll.
that.
Fail.
Right. He's going to put Rousing Skeletons, which is a 10-foot burst, but he's going to put it so it just hits them and not several in the kid.
Okay.
And they will take... it's difficult terrain, and they'll take 2d6 slashing damage to creatures on the ground in the area when the skeletons first appear, with a basic reflex save. And then on subsequent rounds, the first time I sustain the spell each round, I can move the skeletons and then anyone within the range gets 2d6 slashing damage.
All right.
His save is 26.
That will not make it. That is a fail, not critical though.
Great.
Damage.
7.
Okay.
9 with himself.
All right.
And he will take his one action and Cyril is probably the only one that's in 30 feet of him, right?
I take it the spell was only one action.
The spell was 2.
Okay, he had.
Oh,
to
did
move.
he have to move? Okay,
So
yeah, that's good.
3 actions.
Yep.
All right. So that brings us to Chevy.
Chevy.
Chevy, make a little save. Rest, relax. You've done plenty.
26.
26 will make it.
Let's go, Chevy.
All right, so feeling this effect of wanting to stop and rest and enjoy the food, he feels tempted, but realized there's definitely an effect here. And obviously, having shaken it off, he can see that Irnila and Avery are definitely under its effect. What do you like to do?
Will this be an auditory or visual effect?
It is a mental.
Damn.
Would it be this or this? Neither.
Well,
I know, we're like-
okay. I was looking at the counter performance.
Mm-hmm.
It is a mental thing.
But they are hearing a voice. He can.
It says
he can
auditory.
always try.
It says
Try
auditory.
anything he wants.
So that's a reaction though. So area 60-foot emanation. That would be a perform check.
Okay.
I suck. Got a 17.
All right, 17. He does try, and it just seems like that doesn't do much. They still seem to be enjoying their food.
You never enjoy the food.
Is that one action?
It's a reaction.
That's correct. So what else would he like to do? When in doubt, have some pocket bacon.
Yes. Absolutely.
We're gonna try to shake Ernela out of her stupor and eating.
Okay, so you're going over here to Irnila. Actually, Avery's over there too.
And
So,
Avery.
I need one for Azara as well. I need a will save for her.
Because
I have her stats right here if you want to give me what you rolled there. Got the
7.
ones that she should have. You rolled a 7.
Yep. She hasn't been rolling that great.
Oh, that's not good.
I feel like as a sailor, he would be kind of superstitious.
Oh.
And not, you're eating food in a place that isn't, made by somebody that you know.
Okay. So he's trying to convince her.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, let's do that.
Why don't you roll diplomacy?
A skill that he is trained in.
Oh my.
My goodness. It's a whole different character. 31.
All right. 31. Does that hits your will DC, correct? 10 plus your will save.
Oh, yes, very much so.
Okay. So yeah, he kind of comes over and pretty much, Sherry, I don't think you want to put those in your mouth.
You don't know where
You don't know
they've
where
been.
it's been, yeah. and you kind of realize you don't. It really does snap you out of that. In that moment, your stupefied is kind of blown out of your head, and you realize, this is some kind of issue, some kind of test. But you still hear the voice go, but you still should rest. You should always rest. All right. That is
I still have an action.
one more action for Chevy.
She seems like she's gotten hold of herself.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna move over to Avery.
Well, you're right there by her. They're both right there in the same
I'm
spot.
gonna try to convince Avery. I know you're hungry, but
I know you're hungry, but why don't you take a little bit of what I got versus what you're putting in your mouth?
hold on now.
You're mixing Esteban
That's
with
not.
Chevy.
That's not Chevy. That's not Chevy. Chevy is a happily married man. Chevy is a happily married man.
I was just going to offer you some of my own pocket bacon.
Again, Chevy's a happily married man.
This bacon tastes so good and fresh, and
right.
that
So what'd
looks
you
like it's been in
18.
your pocket for
18?
like 3
Yeah,
years.
it's not
Okay,
that
I
great.
take it 18 does not hit your will save DC, does it?
Probably not.
What is your will save?
Oh no.
Plus 10.
26.
Okay,
No.
yeah, no. No, this bacon's really good. You don't, he's out of his mind. All right, so he's unable to convince Avery. Sunshine. All right, I need you to give me a will save as your reflection reaches out to touch you.
Oh yay. A 30.
Hey!
All right. It tries to reach out and touch you, and you're
Puts halfling luck back in pocket. I don't need it yet.
Not yet. Mind you.
all right. What would you like to do?
And I can see the paths?
You can see the path. Yes.
Fantastic. I'm going to
You're kind of at a dead end at the moment, so.
start going down a path.
Okay. You're
Is
gonna
she
come
visible?
Up, yeah, you're
Is
gonna come
Runa
up
visible?
behind Runa here.
Yes. I'm
So
gonna.
I am visible?
Yes. There's really nothing to hide around here at this point.
Fair.
And if you go into my skirts, I feel like I would know.
Not with that roll earlier. In the middle of combat, not at all.
Details.
No idea.
So Sunshine, what's up?
Maybe that natural 20, maybe that's where 13 went. Who knows?
How you doing?
All right.
Oh.
Oh.
Again, I
Scary
said
thought, huh?
it does create pocket dimensions. Dimensions.
Have you been keeping that in your skirt?
Oh my god.
Anyway, keep going.
No, it's in my cleavage.
All right, so. All right, so you've come up to Runa.
Uh huh.
What would you like to do?
I would like to keep going.
Okay, where would you like to go? Right or left?
I would like to go to the end, please.
What is to either side?
You see, when you get here, you can see there's another turn. There's a few ways to go in the other direction as well.
It's a 4-way right up there.
Three-way.
Oh, it's a 3-way?
You have kind of a 4 or 5-way up ahead. Stop it.
Which way are we going?
Stop it, Cyril.
I'm not
okay.
even there. I'm protecting a small child in the corner.
What's the image in front of me?
Oh, the image in front of you, you've seen what? Triumphant and Monstrous? This
And
one?
broken.
Or you've seen all of them? No, you've only seen... You've seen
all of them.
You've seen all of them?
Broken, triumphant,
She had Monstrous earlier.
Yeah, I don't
This one
think
would
you
be
saw
a
Monstrous.
Monstrous.
monstrous. Okay, I turn
They're a
around.
mixture of triumphant, monstrous, and broken. Any direction you look.
So in front of me is monstrous. What's behind me?
Behind you is broken. To your right is triumphant, and to your left you see broken.
Left.
Okay. So you go left, and then it's an immediate right. And you
Okay.
have the choice to go left again or keep going straight.
I'm
And you
gonna
have how much
following her.
movement?
My movement is 30. I'm not leaving Runa behind.
Okay. So that
Yeah,
ends.
that's part of why I saved mine.
This is going into your next action. Would bring you here. You want to go left or straight?
What's in front of us?
You see triumphant, and you see to the left broken.
I'm not going towards broken.
Going towards triumphant.
Straight, I guess.
Okay.
Straight.
That brings you to another T, and you see a dead end at either side. You see monstrous and broken the other direction.
I'm
Each
following
direction.
her again.
You follow her right up there. You had only used one action.
Right. I'm out of
Okay.
actions now, I think.
All right.
I just turn in place.
You turn in
I've-
place. You see Runa right there. You turn in
This
place.
way.
You see Runa right there, and you have ended your turn beside one. Make another will save as it reaches out to touch you.
$26.
26 will make it. You feel as it touches you that it is almost reaching in as if it's trying to grab the strands of you that would control you. You shrug it off, flinching it out. That brings us to the top of the order to Civil. You find that as you ducked around blocking for this child, this entity that you're not quite sure of, it feels solid to the touch as your arm brushes up against it. What would you like to do?
Is it a male or a female? Or can I tell?
Now you can't really tell, you just know it's a child of some kind.
Okay. I'm gonna wheel around and I'm gonna attack these things.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, there you
You
go.
still have shock.
I know I do. That's the wrong character. I was like, stiletto? I don't have that.
It's a stiletto.
Yeah. So 21 that gives 21 to hit or 20 to hit
Sure,
gives
that's
me a
what you said.
41 to hit. Yeah, that's 5, 6. 29, 30, 60 damage.
Holy
Right.
cow.
60 damage.
Oh,
It does not look very healthy.
I would hope not.
well.
All right.
Yay for that extra
Yeah,
diet
so I
damage.
just wheel around and I take Dawnbreaker across, and when Dawnbreaker slices through, this lightning just like arcs through its body, through the wound, and you can see like the lightning in its eyes, or maybe it doesn't have eyes, but there's lightning there now, as it essentially electrocutes the shit out of this thing.
All right. So that's one action. Second action.
It's still standing there, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we go again.
Okay.
That would be a 30 to hit.
30 will hit.
That's 28 points of damage.
right. Yeah, I need to not keep All right, Several, end him.
So as I as I take Dawnbreaker through the second time, the residual electric energy from the first strike, as I pull it through, it's a conductive weapon, so it literally just rips all the electricity from his body, and you just see it like he's covered in electricity, and as the blade sparks through the other side, all this electricity just zaps to the wound and then out through the wound hole that Dawnbreaker created, and the thing just kind of starts frying from the inside and just vanishes into a puff of just like eerily black smoke.
All right. All right, guys, we're gonna keep going. We'll get.
My
Well,
last
that's,
last action is I'm gonna shrink back down and protect that kid.
Okay. All right, you
I
shrink back down and
yeah,
you
I won't let them hurt you.
and you hear a kind of a hum coming from the lantern, almost like an approval again, and you are getting that bonus from it as well. And as you bend down to protect the child, and you feel that hum, and you see it heal a little more, you hear the child, "Help me, get me out of here."
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
And you feel the floor kind of rumble a little. Outside,
Bitch.
Esteban and everyone over in the nice little peaceful meadow see as it shifts slightly closer. Runa, that brings us to you.
The ruined village has shifted closer?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So she just turned around and looked at me and was like, not that way. So I'm gonna go the direction we didn't take
Okay. So you
and
go
look up
this
the
way,
hallway.
going on over.
Yeah.
Okay, it hooks around and you can see a opening here at the end of the hallway to the right. Are you gonna continue down there?
No, I'm gonna hold my other two actions and I'm gonna be like, found a doorway.
Okay, if you hold right there, you move 20 feet, you said?
I moved 35.
35. Okay, you've only moved 15. You'll lose the rest of that movement.
Can I get to the doorway
Yes.
without using any more actions?
Yes. You
I'll
want to use
go
your full
peek through
movement?
the doorway.
Okay, you see the village right here. You can see through. It's an
Can I
easy
see any
step
people?
over. You see Esteban right in front of the doorway. So you've gotten
He's
there.
a familiar
where you can
person. Let's
see.
go that way because we don't know where. We don't actually know that there's another entryway yet. So
Okay.
familiar people.
As you're passing by your reflections, at least once per turn, you're going to have to try to resist as they reach out and touch you.
Reach out and touch somebody.
Especially since there's one right by the door.
28.
Okay.
remember
Just
it's
like
16.
with Sunshine, you feel as it reaches in, almost like it's touching maybe the puppeting strings of your own soul. You feel like, oh, get off me, as it gets its hand through you for a moment, but then it withdraws back into the mirror. All right. And that will bring us to your Neela, but we are going to pause on you. And that's where we're going
What
to
the fuck?
Bullshit.
the night.
Bullshit.
Oh, I know. You guys have more of this trial to do.
Bless it.
Oh, and some time to think. But we will
whole
see you
frickin'
guys again
week.
next time. Because,
No.
yeah. Am I gonna get it? Am I gonna get it? Do I get one?
What, bullshit?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I
yeah.
said bullshit.
Sunshine and I both.
Several. From everyone.
Sunshine and I both said
Bullshit.
bullshit.
We didn't even get back to the next round.
Damn.
No, I just realized what time
Shelby
it
says
was.
that's bullshit.
I'm sorry. Well, at least you'll get to come and finish the trial with them, Shelby. And nobody will be piloting you. So,
Yeah, be on as Barnabas says, you're on zombie mode.
Llama. The llama Chevy.
unfortunately, though, there's been nobody within that distance of Chevy. Winning streak has gone out. Nobody has natural 20'd within the distance that they need to of him. So winning streak is gone at the moment, and we will be back to see you guys next time. See if they can get through this trial and keep the spark of the soul glowing. And see if they actually can get a hold of the divine vein when they get back, or if this angel is going to take them through yet another trial. We shall see.
Please no.
Don't forget, Barnabas brushes tomorrow. He's
Barnabas
really
brushes
looking
tomorrow.
forward to painting
Yep.
again because he missed last
Absolutely,
week
Laura.
because he wasn't feeling well.
And hopefully it's Howard the Duck.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can,
Maybe we can
prod him
convince
a little.
Maybe we can convince him. I don't know if you're gonna watch again or Barnabas, but we would like Howard. I would love it if you did Howard next.
And then
nudge, nudge.
Right.
we're just gonna
Monday.
let
The elusive
Bloodlords.
wandering Overwatch,
Hopefully we have some Overwatch on Thursday.
maybe.
and then Monday
Monday, New Bloodlords. Guys, they are gonna be doing episode 3.
4.
4, sorry.
Episode
I said
4.
3. I don't like that number. Anyway, so it will
Which is why I was saying it.
Episode 3B.
Episode
yeah,
4.
It's 3B. I like it.
It's on podcast. It starts at 6:30
Yep.
Eastern Standard.
Yep. And
All
then
right.
Dark.
so episode 1 is already out on anywhere you get your podcast from, and then episode 2 will be out on Wednesday, and then episode 3 will drop on Friday, and then you can tune in at 6:30 on Monday, and you can be all caught up, ready to go, and be plugged into some crazy Bloodlords action as we,
Absolutely. Highly entertaining, and hopefully I can keep on watching them, and we'll get all the Soul Severed down onto YouTube for you guys. We're
Correct.
only missing some in the middle there, but go ahead and start catching up if you want. It's pretty crazy.
It's
you can
awesome.
get caught up through the whole year and something that we've been doing this.
Yeah, let that sink in for a minute.
So next Tuesday.
See you guys next Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll find out about this angel.
Yes, and Sunshine's keeping information to herself.
Yeah, she is.
I didn't feel that it was pertinent at the time. I have since
She almost
changed
said
my
it the
mind.
fucking time.
I have since saw the error of my ways.
Whatever weird
But then again,
stuff's going on.
that doesn't necessarily mean
Leader rolling
anything
in.
bad.
I love it. I like the new. Let's
It
go.
doesn't
Let's
mean
go.
bad.
It's perfectly leader rolling.
Bye,
in.
everybody.
Bye.